Hello and welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Jess, and today I have a trivia quiz for you. So, 100 questions going right back from the Ice Age through to Egyptian times. Are you ready? Let's go. What caused the Ice Age to begin? Changes in Earth's orbit, solar flares, or volcanic eruptions? Changes in Earth's orbit. Which of the following was not an early human skill? Farming, navigating by the stars, or writing books? Writing books. What is the term for the land bridge that connected Asia and North America during the Ice Age? Laurentia, Beringia, or Pangaea? Beringia. How did early humans likely hunt large animals? Using advanced weapons, by working together in coordinated groups, or by chasing them on foot? By working together in coordinated groups. What was the primary diet of Neanderthals during the Ice Age? Mostly plant-based food, meat-heavy diet, or mainly fish and insects? Meat-heavy diet. How thick were the ice sheets covering parts of North America and Europe during the Ice Age? 100 feet, up to 2 miles thick, or 300 feet? Up to 2 miles thick. Which city became the cultural and economic centre of the Byzantine Empire? Paris, Constantinople, or Rome? It's Constantinople. What was the main adaptation that allowed humans to survive in the Ice Age? Underground shelters, use of fire, clothing and tools, or migration to warmer regions? Use of fire, clothing and tools. What extinct Ice Age predator is famous for its large canine teeth? Direwolf, Arctodus, or Smilodon? Smilodon. What was one major effect of the Ice Age ending? Human populations declined, many large mammals went extinct, or the continents moved closer together? Many large mammals went extinct. Which empire's fall marked the beginning of the Dark Ages in Europe? Roman Empire, Ottoman Empire, or Byzantine Empire? Roman Empire. What major event devastated Europe in the 14th century? The Great Famine, the Black Death, or the 100 Years' War? The Black Death. Which was the first known civilization in human history? Egyptian, Mesopotamian, or Greek? Mesopotamian. What was the dominant political and economic system in medieval Europe? Democracy, capitalism, or feudalism? Feudalism. What was the one major scientific setback during the Dark Ages? Rejection of astronomy and medicine, destruction of the Library of Alexandria, or spread of Viking invasions? Rejection of astronomy and medicine. Which ancient civilization created one of the earliest known sewage systems? Egyptians, Mesopotamians, or Indus Valley Civilization? Indus Valley Civilization. Which religion played a major role in shaping European society during the Dark Ages? Hinduism, Christianity, or Buddhism? Christianity. What was the primary reason for Vikings' invasion during the Dark Ages? The search for wealth and lands, revenge against Rome, or religious expansion? The search for wealth and lands. What innovation allowed knights to dominate battlefields in the Dark Ages? Gunpowder, chainmail, or the stirrup? The stirrup. Which modern-day region was completely covered in ice during the Ice Age? Scandinavia, the Amazon rainforest, or the Arabian Peninsula? Scandinavia. Which species is considered the first true ancestor of modern humans? Homo habilis, Australopithecus, or Homo neanderthalensis? Homo habilis. What was the main advantage of Homo erectus over earlier hominins? They created the first alphabet, they controlled fire and migrated, they were the first to use metal tools. They controlled fire and migrated. What was one of the earliest known forms of human art? Oil paintings, cave paintings, or hieroglyphics? Cave paintings. Which human ancestor was the first to make and use stone tools? Homo erectus, Homo habilis, or Neanderthals? Homo habilis. Which region is considered the cradle of humanity due to the discovery of early human fossils? Europe, Asia, or Africa? Africa. Which Ice Age species was domesticated by early humans? Saber-toothed cats, wolves, or mammoths? Wolves. What major lifestyle change marked the beginning of the Neolithic Age? The shift from hunting to gathering and farming, use of stone tools, or the discovery of fire? The shift from hunting, gathering to farming. What material did early humans first use to make tools? Iron, stone, or bronze? Stone. What was the one major consequence of the Neolithic Revolution? The rise of settled villages, the discovery of electricity, or the invention of the wheel? The rise of settled villages. Which large mammal went extinct after the last ice age? Mammoth, saber-toothed tiger, or polar bear? The mammoth. Which group played a key role in preserving knowledge during the Dark Ages? Vikings, monasteries and monks, or feudal knights? Monasteries and monks. Which civilization is credited with creating the first legal code? Egyptians, Persians, or Babylonians? Babylonians. Which Roman emperor famously converted to Christianity and made it legal? Julius Caesar, Constantine the Great, or Nero? Constantine the Great. What writing system was developed by the Sumerians and in Mesopotamia? Hieroglyphics, Latin script, or cuneiform? Cuneiform. The ancient Chinese dynasty known for developing the first form of written Chinese characters was the Zhou dynasty, Shang dynasty, or Han dynasty? Shang dynasty. Which Mesoamerican civilization is known for its complex calendar system and pyramid structures? Aztecs, Mayans, or Incas? Mayans. What was the primary reason the Persian Empire was able to control such a vast territory? Brutal military conquest, a network of roads and regional governance, or enslavement of all the conquered people? A network of roads and regional governance. Which empire is credited with building the first aqueducts to supply cities with water? Romans, Babylonians, or Greeks? The Romans. Which event is considered the beginning of the Roman Empire? The assassination of Julius Caesar, Augustus becoming the first emperor, or the founding of Rome? Augustus becoming the first emperor. Which famous historical figure attempted to unify Western Europe during the Dark Ages? Julius Caesar, Charlemagne, or Genghis Khan? Charlemagne. What river was essential for the survival of ancient Egypt? Tigris, Euphrates, or Nile? The Nile. What year is traditionally marked as the fall of Western Roman Empire? 510 AD, 476 AD, or 395 AD? 476 AD. Which female pharaoh expanded Egypt's trade and built many impressive monuments? Cleopatra, Nefertiti, or Hatshepsut? Hatshepsut. What writing system did the ancient Egypts use? Greek script, hieroglyphics, or cuneiform? Hieroglyphics. The Rosetta Stone was important because it helped scholars decode what language? Latin, Egyptian hieroglyphics, or Armaic? Egyptian hieroglyphics. Which Egyptian god was associated with the afterlife? Ra, Osiris, or Anubis? Osiris. What material was commonly used to make paper in ancient Egypt? Animal skin, papyrus, or clay tablets? Papyrus. Which pharaoh is most famous for his nearly intact tomb discovered in 1922? Ramesses II, Akhenaten, or Tutankhamun? Tutankhamun. What major architectural feature was found at Abu Simbel? Massive rock-cut temples, a giant pyramid, or a lighthouse? Massive rock-cut temples. Who was the last pharaoh of Egypt before it fell to Rome? Ramesses III, Nefertari, or Cleopatra VII? Cleopatra VII. The Phoenicians were known for developing what major innovation? Chariot warfare, gunpowder, or the alphabet? The alphabet. What was the name of the governing body that existed before Rome became an empire? The Senate, the Council of Elders, or the Consulate? The Senate. What was the main river that supported the Valley civilization? Nile, Indus, or Tigris? The Indus. What structure was built to protect Roman Britain from invasion? The Colosseum, the Great Wall of Rome, or Hadrian's Wall? Hadrian's Wall. Which Roman general played a key role in the conquest of Gaul? Julius Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, or Augustus? Julius Caesar. What was the primary language spoken in the Roman Empire? Latin, Armaic, or Greek? Latin. Which Roman gladiator led a famous slave revolt? Pompey, Brutus, or Spartacus? Spartacus. Which major city did the Romans destroy in the Punic Wars? Athens, Carthage, or Alexandria? Carthage. What was the Roman law code called? The 12 Tables, the Code of Hammurabi, or the Magna Carta? The 12 Tables. Which disaster led to the destruction of Pompeii in 79 AD? A tsunami, an earthquake, or a volcanic eruption of Mount Vesuvius? A volcanic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. What was the purpose of pyramids in ancient Egypt? Palaces for rulers, tombs for pharaohs, or religious temples? Tombs for pharaohs. Which barbarian leader deposed the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus? Attila the Hun, Odoacer, or Alaric? Odoacer. What is the estimated original height of the Great Pyramid of Giza? 138 metres, 153 metres, or 146 metres? 146 metres. What legal code, compiled by Emperor Justinian I, influenced European law for centuries? The Justinian Code, the 12 Tables, or the Magna Carta? The Justinian Code. No trick questions here. The collapse of the Western Roman Empire led to the what period in European history? The Middle Ages, the Enlightenment, or the Renaissance? The Middle Ages. Which group of people established the kingdom that later became France? The Goths, the Saxons, or the Franks? The Franks. Which ruler united much of Western Europe during the Middle Ages? William the Conqueror, Charlemagne, or Alfred the Great? Charlemagne. Which city became the centre of the Byzantine Empire after the fall of Rome? Athens, Constantinople, or Alexandria? Constantinople. The Viking Age, which began in the late 8th century, was partially caused by the collapse of which empire? The Western Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, or the Persian Empire? The Western Roman Empire. What was the dominant religion in Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire? Islam, paganism, or Christianity? Christianity. Which Egyptian pharaoh is credited with commissioning the Great Pyramid of Giza? Khufu, Ramesses II, or Tutankhamun? Khufu. Approximately how many years ago were the Egyptian pyramids built? 2,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, or 4,500 years ago? 4,500 years ago. What material were the pyramids primarily made of? Granite, limestone, or clay bricks? Limestone. Which workforce was primarily responsible for building the pyramids? Slaves, foreign labourers, or paid workers and farmers? Paid workers and farmers. Which of these phrases did Shakespeare popularise? Break the ice, the pen is mightier than the sword, or money talks? Break the ice. Which famous ancient historian wrote about the construction of the pyramids? Herodotus, Pliny the Elder, or Thucydides? Herodotus. What is the setting of Romeo and Juliet? Paris, London, or Verona? Verona. Which pyramid is considered the oldest in Egypt? The Bent Pyramid, the Step Pyramid of Djoser, or the Great Pyramid? The Step Pyramid of Djoser. The Sphinx, located near the pyramids, is believed to have been built during the reign of which pharaoh? Khufu, Sneferu, or Khafre? Khafre. Which empire continued the Roman legacy in the East after the fall of the Western Roman Empire? Holy Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, or Persian Empire? Byzantine Empire. In what century did William Shakespeare live? 16th to 17th century, 14th century, or 18th century? 16th to 17th century. Which of these plays is not written by Shakespeare? Macbeth, Othello, or The Importance of Being Earnest? The Importance of Being Earnest. What is the name of the theatre most associated with Shakespeare? The London Playhouse, the Royal Court Theatre, or the Globe Theatre? The Globe Theatre. What is the famous first line of Hamlet's "To be or not to be" soliloquy? To be or not to be, that is the question. Is a dagger with "I see before me," or all the world's a stage? To be or not to be, that is the question. Which character is not from a Shakespearean tragedy? King Lear, Benedict, or Macbeth? Benedict. What was the main purpose of the pyramids? Military fortifications, storage for grain, or tombs for pharaohs? Tombs for pharaohs. How were the massive stone blocks likely transported to the pyramid sites? By flying machines, by rolling them on logs, or on wooden sleds with water lubrication? On wooden sleds with water lubrication. Which historical figure is the subject of a Shakespearean play? Julius Caesar, Napoleon, or Charlemagne? Julius Caesar. The words utopia describing an ideal society was first coined by which writer? Francis Bacon, Jonathan Swift, or Thomas More? Thomas More. Which Shakespearean character says, "Out, damned spot"? Lady Macbeth, Desdemona, or Ophelia? Lady Macbeth. Which of these words was first recorded in Shakespeare's works? Ibel, nostalgia, or gossip? Ibel. Which famous playwright is credited with coining over 1,700 words in the English language? Geoffrey Chaucer, William Shakespeare, or John Milton? William Shakespeare. The word pandemonium, meaning chaos or uproar, was first used in which literary work? The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer, Hamlet by William Shakespeare, or Paradise Lost by John Milton? Paradise Lost by John Milton. Which English writer helped standardise spelling in the 18th century with his famous dictionary? Noah Webster, Samuel Johnson, or Charles Dickens? Samuel Johnson. The phrase Big Brother to mean a controlling government authority comes from which book? Animal Farm, Brave New World, or 1984 by George Orwell? 1984, the classic by George Orwell. Which of these words was introduced into the English language by Lewis Carroll in Through the Looking Glass? Hullabaloo, gobbledygook, or chortle? Chortle. Which medieval writer played a key role in shaping the English language by writing in Middle English rather than Latin or French? William Langland, Geoffrey Chaucer, or Edmund Spenser? Geoffrey Chaucer. What is the name of the fairy queen in A Midsummer Night's Dream? Morgana, Helena, or Titania? Titania. The term robot used for artificial beings was first introduced in which literary work? R.U.R. by Carrel, The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, or Frankenstein by Mary Shelley? R.U.R. by Karel Capek. And your last one. Which word, meaning a person who spoils the enjoyment of others, was introduced in 1700's play by Richard Sheridan? Naysayer, malapropism, or killjoy? Malapropism. So, how did you do today? Drop your score in the comments below, and of course, like and subscribe so you get notified every time we post a new quiz. And join us next time on Quiz Time.